Hello, my friends. This is Chin Hong here. Holiday is here, and I want to share a little tutorial on how to paint a holiday card and something that's cute and cozy. And that will be our bunnies. But before I go there, I want to first show you my sketchbook just quickly because I have found this so helpful for me to grow as an artist because it helps me to feel really free, and even it looks messy, but I just had such a great time enjoying watercolor. And so for today, I actually want to just paint this little bunny just on my sketchbook. And this paper pad I got from Walmart is very affordable and really great quality. So let's get started. And we are going to start painting the eye, and I'm using a pointed brush with a mixture of burnt umber and violet to create this darkness in the eye. And I left a little bit highlight, and now use clear brush with nothing but just water. I'm softening the lines around the eyes, and you may feel that the lines getting blurred, but that actually gives it more of a natural effect, so it's not cut out. So I'm just continue to wet the paper using this clear water, and then I'm going to drop in colors so that it looks more soft and fuzzy. So this is just some turmeric color from Turner Watercolor with a little bit of raw sienna. Now I'm dropping in a little bit of darkness behind the eyes. So this is a mixture with a little bit of violet and a little bit of umber, burnt umber to warm it up a little bit. Now coming to the nose, and again I'm actually using water to kind of paint out the big shape, and the mouth, and then again drop in colors so it looks really soft. The bunnies are so soft. Have you ever touched a bunny? It's just incredibly soft, and I have several of them. They are my favorite pets. So this reference photo is actually digitally created. Normally I don't use this kind of photo as reference, but this one is just so cute, so I can't pass it on. And I especially like the hat. So it's going to be one of the challenge of this painting, how to create a hat. So now coming into the other eye, and I want to have some difference between two eyes. I don't want them to look exactly the same, because in reality we don't have two eyes just exactly the same. And so for this one, I'm actually just going to make it more blurry, not as clearly defined, so it receives recedes back a little bit too, and then also create some difference from the other eye. So now coming to the body, and a similar approach. Just use water to wet it first, and then drop in colors. And now I'm coming in with more intense colors to define the eye a little better. And with this dark color on my brush, I am going to go ahead and work on the definition of the nose and the mouth. And now I feel ready to paint the head. And the head is really a new thing for me to paint in this texture because it's a white head. So to paint a white subject, what we can do is to paint the shade, the color of the shade. So I'm just actually, as you can see, I'm just dabbing on the paper and to paint these little shapes of the darkness, the shadow areas on the head. By the way, you may hear my dog barking in the background, and I apologize for the noise. And she is a guardian dog. So we live on the farm, and the guardian dog keeps our animals safe. And I really try to find a time that when my animals are not noisy, like this is actually early morning for me to record the audio for this. Oh, but my animals have their own ideas. So my dog, Mulan, she decided to bark some. There must be something caught her attention. So please know she's working to protect our animals even though she's noisy. Okay, now I'm continuing to paint the head, this white subject, by painting the shadow colors. And I'm gently outlining the shape of the head. So see there's some edge and some lost edge, and that will give it a more airy effect. Now the fun part, this red knob, or what you call it, red ball. So I'm going to wet the area because it's so soft and fuzzy, then drop in this intense red color. Oh, and I really like how that turns out. It feels so warm and fuzzy. And a little bit of darkness to anchor it on the head. Okay, now we can move on to the body. So for the shadow colors, I do have a tendency to make it a little bit more violet. It's just me how I like this color, but it can be other colors. It's actually can be more bluish gray than a purplish gray. So it's up to you and really pay attention and how you feel, because this painting is an energetic expression of you. So when you honor how you feel, then there will be real life in your painting. And now to paint a white subject, we can't paint it without adding a background, because that's going to make your white pop. So I'm softening the background around the head and the upper body, and then drop in some beautiful blue color that I feel is the feeling of the shadow area in the snow. Yeah, the shadow on the snow is just this beautiful bluish, a little bit purple kind of blue. So I'm not adding this color, background color everywhere, but just enough to make my white pop and to show off this little bunny. And again, this is where your own artistic expression come into play. If you feel like having a whole background with colors, then it's up to you. Definitely go for it. By the way, I just sprayed some salt to give it more of a snowflake effect. I'm getting complete with this little painting, this little sketch. So the final touch is just really to see where I can get a little bit more darkness and to make it more established. Or if there's any place that I want it pop, so I decided that I want the nose to pop. Because it's further in the face, and I want it to come forward. An easy way to do it is just to drop in a little bit more warmer color. Now strengthen my darkness just a little bit more. Okay, I think this is good enough for a little sketch or a holiday card. So I'm just going to do the final touch, which is to add some whisker. And I use white gouache to add, and a tiny brush to add the whiskers. So here you have it, a cute, warm and fuzzy, for sure, little bunny. Maybe as a holiday card or maybe just a little cute sketch. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.